What's up guys, and welcome back to the West Side, where today we're going to be doing a full comparison on the Carbon TruFoam Genesis lineup so that by the end of this video, you'll be able to know which paddle is the right one for you. But before we get nerdy with all the specs and numbers, I'm doing a giveaway at the end of this video, and I'm going to be giving away a brand new Carbon TruFoam Genesis 3 to one of you guys. Now without further ado, let's dive in. So when we first look at the metrics, you're going to see a lot of similarities between these four paddles, but once we dive in, we'll kind of clear up the water with on-court performance and how the paddles feel. 1 and 3 are going to be your elongated paddles. 2 is your standard square shape, and the brand new 4 is going to be their hybrid shape. I've already done reviews on the 2 and 4. If you want more details on those paddles, the links will be in the description. I want to preface this by saying all 4 paddle shapes play great. Each one has a special aspect that makes it stand out, but all 4 of them have the same internal construction. So no matter what paddle you buy, you're still going to get good control, power, spin, and durability. Let's start off with the 1. This is going to be your classic elongated shape. This is going to be the paddle that most people are already familiar with if you've already been playing with an elongated paddle. It's going to have that longer 5.75 inch handle, and the shape is going to be familiar. It's just going to be a little bit thinner at 6.35 inches instead of 6.5. If you're a player that already uses a power paddle, this is probably going to be your go-to shape. It's going to give you good reach and the most power from any other paddle in this lineup. It's going to be lacking a little bit in control though, because it has a lower twist weight, and it's also going to have the smallest sweet spot of the bunch. When playing with the 1, I felt like the numbers definitely transferred over to how the on-court performance was. Because it is the longest, the swing weight did feel heavy, especially when adding lead tape. Now, some people can handle heavy paddles and actually prefer them, but if you already play with a weighted elongated paddle, you're more than likely used to it already. One aspect that shined for the 1 was its pop. All 4 shapes have the same fiberglass patch, but for whatever reason, it felt like the 1 had the most pop. I guess it kind of makes up for it because if you have slower hand speed, at least you'll have more pop at the net. The 1 is also going to be your best friend if you're practicing that two-handed backhand. This is the only paddle in the lineup where I can comfortably fit 2 hands on the paddle and feel like I have plenty of room to work with. For most competitive players, this is already a make it or break it. If a paddle does not have a long handle, then most competitive players don't even want it because they need that two-handed backhand. So if this is you, this is something to consider. Now, because the 1 and the 3 are so familiar, they're both elongated paddles, most of what I said about the 1 is already going to transfer over to the 3 as well. The main differences for the 3 is that you get a shorter handle, a longer paddle face, and a larger sweet spot. But that's really where the differences end. The best way to decide between the 1 and the 3 is if you are utilizing that two-handed backhand. If you don't care about your two-handed backhand and you really just stick to one hand on the paddle, probably go with the 3. If you're playing a little bit more competitive and you need that two-handed backhand, definitely go with the 1. Moving on to the 2 shape, this was a fan favorite since the launch, and it has since been my favorite as well. I mained it for about 3 months, and for good reason. The 2 is going to have the shortest feeling handle, but it makes up for it with a bigger paddle face, a larger sweet spot, and more control. You're also going to get really good hand speed and top tier all-court performance. I would say the main area that it suffers, and probably the only area that it suffers, is the handle length, but this is already typical for a standard shape like this. During my experience playing with the 2, this paddle just clicked with me. I really doubted its potential at first because of its shape, but the 2 has some of the greatest capabilities of the whole lineup. I never felt like I was lacking in any one aspect. My control for resets and dinks always felt stable. My hand still felt quick at the net, even after adding 0.4 ounces of lead tape. Pop was strong but manageable, and the power was definitely top of all court in its stock form. But after adding lead tape, it moved up to the bottom level of the power category. Drives always felt powerful, but not over the top. I honestly just felt like I could do it all with the 2. Now, even though all 4 shapes are good, I actually played the best with the 2. I think you're going to notice the biggest difference between the 2 and the 1. The 2 is going to be for all-around players, but the 1 is going to be specifically for power players. So if you're a person that likes to drive, dink, and get into hands battles, this paddle is going to fit that play style perfectly. You're going to have no problems doing any one of those things because this paddle can really just do it all. Most of the time with standard paddle shapes like this, it's going to suffer in power or pop or something along those lines. But for the 2, it really did not suffer in any of those categories. It was able to hold its own during hands battles and even when I drove the ball. I think where it really shines are its defensive capabilities too. Because of this larger sweet spot and the larger paddle face, blocking a lot of the drives actually felt like it was more than just a block. It actually felt like there was some more pace coming off my block when I would block a drive or get into a hands battle. It didn't just feel like I was holding out my paddle so that I can block the ball. just for them to hit it back at me again. My blocks always return to my opponents with more pace, so in this case, a good defense is the best offense. Finally, moving on to their newest hybrid shape, the 4 is a really solid choice where you just can't go wrong. This is really the middle ground for the 1 and 2 where all the weaknesses for the rest of these paddles are addressed. It's gonna have a better sweet spot, lower swing weight, and higher twist weight than the 1. It's also gonna have a longer handle and slightly longer paddle face than the 2. With the 4, I think it blends all of the best attributes from the rest of the lineup to make Carbon's all-star paddle. When playing with the 4 on the court, it felt like everything came together to give me some of the best pickleball experiences I've ever had. The power was at the perfect level after adding 0.4 ounces of lead tape. But one thing I didn't expect was just how fast this paddle was at the net. Hand speed is a must for me, so if my paddle can improve my performance in hands battles, I'm gonna favor that paddle more than the others. The 4 has the lowest swing weight, and this is what made me fall in love with this shape and make it my new main. Where 1 had the most power and 2 was the best all around, the 4 gives you the fastest hands while sacrificing literally nothing. It allowed me to be even more aggressive than usual at the kitchen line, and that is exactly the type of playstyle that I love most. The 4 has potential to be a rocket launcher if you catch it dead center. Combining fast hand speed with great pop creates a deadly combo at the kitchen line. If for some reason you still can't decide which shape to get at the end of this video, I'm gonna recommend right now that you just get the 4. There's just something about it that always draws me back to want to play with the 4. I think it's because it's the safest option to where you really just can't go wrong. If you're a power player, if you're a control player, if you're an all-around player, there's something here for you in this paddle that I know you're gonna like. And I saved this comment for last because I think everybody expected it already. The spin for this is gonna be top tier, some of the best you can get on any paddle right now on the market. A lot of it has to do with that foam core. Because the foam core allows you to pocket the ball a little bit longer, it really helps you to shape your ball on any of your drives and really rip it to give you that top spin that you need. I think I brought it up in one of my reviews, but I really like to describe this paddle as like adaptive. Whenever you want to play the control game, it has no problem playing like a control paddle. It gives you enough control and feel on the ball just to be enough for a foam core. But whenever you're looking for that power, once you swing hard enough to activate that foam just to press in a little bit more, that rebound effect that you get from the foam is, again, it's not like a trampoline or anything crazy, but it's just enough to make you feel like, dang, that was a solid drive. But I really think it depends on where you put your lead tape and how much of it you put. If you want it to really turn into that power paddle that you're looking for, where it's in like mid to low category, you're gonna need to put that lead tape around the 3 and 9 o'clock sides. For me, I don't think I need that much power. I don't want it to get too heavy, especially because I like my 4 to be fast. I'm gonna put my lead tape just on these bottom corners to add that stability, give me a little bit extra weight so I can have some plow through, and I think I'm golden right there. So yes, gritty paddles are always nice when it comes to spin, but when you combine that with the added dwell time that the Carbon TruFoam Genesis lineup adds, this is what makes these paddles a force to be reckoned with. At the end of the day, I really don't think you can go wrong with any one of these 4 shapes. All of these paddles do a really great job at catering to a certain play style. They all have unique attributes that will make them stand out from each other while still feeling similar at the same time. Whether you want more power, longer reach, faster hands, more control, or bigger sweet spot, this entire lineup has got you covered. And the good news is one of you will be winning this here Carbon TruFoam Genesis 3. This is just my way of saying thank you to all my viewers and subscribers. I would have never thought that I would be creating content across all these multiple platforms for pickleball. It's something that I just absolutely love. I love the sport. I love all the techie side of the paddles, and I just love getting into conversations with you guys in the community. So thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. I'm gonna continue to pump out content like this for you guys. I'm gonna keep up the giveaway so I can continue to give back to you guys. Now, to enter the giveaway is easy. All you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts on the Carbon TruFoam Genesis lineup. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is there a certain paddle that you like more? Are you maining one right now? Have you never tried them before? Let me know your thoughts on these paddles. I'll be running this giveaway for 10 days, so I give everyone enough time to enter it, and I'll be announcing the winner at the end of those 10 days on all of my platforms. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram as well. Thank you guys for sticking around till the end. You guys are the absolute best, and I'll see you again on the west side.